Oh my gosh. Ladies and gentlemen, wife of CNN's Van Jones files for divorce. Report. So I'm going to go into reading this article, and after that, I'm going to give my candid opinion about this. So, for those of you that don't know, this is Van Jones, the black guy. Handsome, isn't he? Nice smile, debonair, and this is his wife. Yes, his wife, a white woman. So CNN, he's a political commentator, Van Jones. And here he is pictured here with his loving wife. Well, was his wife. The wife of CNN political commentator Van Jones has reportedly filed for divorce. According to the court documents obtained from TMZ, Jana Carter is her name, who is an attorney. Oh, she's an attorney. She filed for divorce. Seems like she's well versed and well equipped to know what to do in filing for divorce, since she being her, that she's an attorney. So she did this in Los Angeles County Court on Friday. According to the outlet, Van and Jana, who married in 2005, separated back in May, and so they have two sons out of this marriage. TMZ reports that Jana is asking for joint legal and physical custody of the kids, who are minors, as well as spousal support. So she still wants something out of this divorce. We see that. And joint custody, meaning that she won't have full custody of the kids. She will have shared custody of the kids. And those kids of whom are, should I say, black children, biracial, however you want to say, I'm sure that Van Jones definitely shows up in those children. So, be kind of awkward to go on and divorce a black guy and you're a white woman and have black kids and then get involved in another life with someone else. Let's suppose that person happens to be white. May not be as accepting. We'll see. But from what I heard is that she is already in a relationship with someone who is of her own background. And that may be the reason why she just probably has the kids over for the weekend. Maybe they spend some holidays off and on, but they don't stay with her permanently. In a statement to the People magazine, the former couple said that though we have decided to end our marriage, we still love each other very much. Wow, that's interesting. They love each other very much with the two children, which in the black community, they always stress and they always yell to the rooftop that children need a man in the house. Well, okay. Joint custody, I guess they see their father, and then sometimes they see mom with her new spouse. So, but it's still having to put the kids through seeing their original parents being divorced. And why are they being divorced? Let's find out. We will continue raising our children together, running our businesses together, and supporting each other's growth. And you couldn't do that in marriage? Okay, it goes on to state, the statement continued that there is no beef or no drama, just evolution. Oh, wow, evolution. How interesting. So evolution is the reason why you decided divorce with two children. You're going to still carry on what a husband and wife would do, only through a divorce. But there's no beef and no drama. And by the way, Jana Carter doesn't have Jones' last name. Maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But here it says that her name is Jana Carter. And usually the woman will take the guy's last name. Oh, well. Anyway, even if she keeps her own original name, she'll take his last names. But I guess maybe the divorce has already happened, I suppose. So maybe she had that cleared up as well. And if she didn't, the question is why? If she already just kept her name. Some people do that, I guess. Well, as I would say, another one bites the dust. See, we've got this issue here where these strong black males that are supposed to be pillars of the black community, they have something in them where they desire to be with people who are not black. And we hear a lot of this, excuse me. And so I've noticed this has become a big trend. So we have so they want to make us believe that love has no color. Okay. So I know it's not just the males. I know it's also females, I'm sure. But I see a lot more males. So we are seeing too where there are white men that are married to black women. This is happening a lot. And so some of these relationships may be well and good. Some people say, no, it's not a good idea. And I'm going to leave that to your own discretion of how you feel, because everybody has differences of opinion. But the way I see this, and you saw those articles that I was showing, there's different articles, famous white men married to black women, 19 famous black married couples we love, black men with white wives and girlfriends. That looks like it's a commentary of something, interracial marriage, white male celebrities, black women love, beautiful celebrities, and it goes on. So there's this thing that has been going on. Some people are for it, some people are not for it, some people don't care. But the question is, by her being a lawyer, but him, who makes the most money? Did she really marry him for love? Or is it just so she can go on? She's with him, tested the waters, and now she's going to go on to her life and be with somebody who's white. Let's see. Her name is Jana Carter. Okay, this was the two children. You can see them pictured here. Okay, married, so they were happily married. So I did hear someone say that she may be with someone else. And so here it says that they were married for like 13 years. And so I don't know how true that is. So I'm not gonna don't quote me on it to say that I said that, but someone else that I heard said that this woman already is going back into her own, her own lifestyle, and in terms of, the person that she's with now is a white guy. and that they think that is why she filed joint custody, so she didn't have to have the kids always with her, so it won't interfere in her new relationship. And this Van Jones guy, more than likely, he'll end up meeting another white woman, and getting involved instead of getting involved with someone of his own background, because he has issues with women of color, or at least he doesn't feel they're good enough for him. And so that's what the whole thing's about. And I believe that is the reason why some people see these relationships are not all just loving relationships as they say they are. That it's more for status, it's more for we've arrived, we're rich, we're black, we're young, we're attractive, and a black woman is not good enough for me. I need to have a white woman beside me to look the part, to fulfill all of the that American dream that I've arrived now. I'm as high a status as white men who run the world. And so since I'm a black male and I've got all this money and all this education and all this clout and all this fame and all this upstanding, you know, my persona, I need to have someone in my arm that reflects that. And it can't be a black woman. It has you look good because you're, holding of a white female, and she's educated and she runs the world, and what she says goes, and this is important for your image. Your image says everything about you. And so we can't have somebody that reflects racism and America's secret, the lie that they've been telling people, that that we're all inclusive, because we're not really all inclusive. But what we want to do is we want to use this right here as we've arrived, and vice versa. You come into some money, you get highly educated, and you make six figures or more, and everybody looks at you, and you're that token black person, and they put you high up on a pedestal. And how high can you be up on a pedestal? You have to have somebody that it symbolizes you like a trophy. You're the ticket. You're the lick. You're the boss. You're running the show here. So you have to have somebody that reflects all of that hard work, and all that energy that you put in, so you can entertain white people. And what more does it say about you to have an actual white woman on your arm to reflect how you feel about who you are in this country? And so that's the reason why some people are not buying these relationships to be as genuine as they claim they are. And you'll also see some of these same people who, no matter what, they don't see black women as being attractive, because that's always a reflection of who they are. They being black, no, they don't want you to see that. They want you to see that they've evolved. They're higher. They're on a higher plane, because it's not about reading books anymore. We don't do that. You know, we've evolved. Evolution says so. We have to walk around with these Make America Great hats, and we have to go to the Oval Office and rant and spew all of our crazy rhetoric on people who are not even interested. And we have to show them that we've evolved. And so if we can't show them through that, then we'll just marry people that look like them. But what happens in the end of that marriage? Marriage doesn't last that long. It lasts only a minute or a while. And so you have to clean it up because you're who you are. You don't want people to think that you guys had a horrible split. So you have to say, there's no beef, there's no drama. We just evolved. Okay, you evolved. Okay, so who's he going to be with next? And who's she going to be with next? We'll see. We shall see. Who knows? Anyway, what do you think about this? All I know is that some relationships seem like they're maybe okay, and others seem like it's more for show. It's more too, you have to realize that when you get involved with somebody and you get married and you're in a relationship, that person has money, that's what you're married to. They have problems, that's what you're married to. If they have a disease, that's what you're married to. If they become ill and when you met them they weren't ill, that's what you're still married to. If they end up having, any other issues, that's what you're married to. And so you have to make a conscious decision. Is that who you want to be married to? And if they do end up with anything that is something other than what you had started off with, are you willing to stay married with that individual? And so a lot of times marriages end over cheating, they end over money, they end over, in-laws. They can end over family members that you don't get along with because you're also, believe it or not, if you marry that individual, you're also tied to that family as well. Even if there's somebody or some bodies in that family that you don't get along with. And so the question is, why are they divorcing? Is it really evolution or there's something else behind this? Does it have something to do with, maybe him changing his mind and thinking maybe I'll decide to go with a woman of color, or maybe he'll go with another woman that is white? What is it? Is it really evolution? What is it? We shall see. What do you think? Some people think that these reunions or relationships or unions with these people are not really valid. They're not real. That there's agenda behind it, and it isn't necessarily that they're in love. It's more about for show and for looks, and to look like you look the part. If you're that high up on the totem pole in terms of money and fame and fortune, you want to get like they used to do back in the days, sports and people who were not even news anchors. They were people who were in sports. They would always ditch their black girlfriends and their black wives and get white wives and girlfriends. And those relationships, they didn't last very long. And a lot of those relationships were for show. And the men would get money in their pocket, and the first thing they run to was a white woman, not realizing that that white woman, when you marry her or have children with her, she's going to get half of your money, maybe more than half. I don't even think they're thinking about that because they're too busy thinking somewhere else. So with that being said, I'm going to let this video go. Wife of CNN's Van Jones filed for divorce because she claims they evolved. This was by Mariah Haas on Fox News. Thanks for listening.